Why is it that some women pull away right when a man treats them the best? It's a question that has frustrated men for centuries. You finally do what everyone tells you to do. You become thoughtful, you make her a priority, you treat her with respect and devotion, and instead of falling deeper in love, she begins to withdraw. The spark fades, the connection weakens. Sometimes she even leaves. On the surface, it makes no sense. If kindness is one of the most important values in a relationship, why would being too good ever push a woman away? Setting up the paradox. The answer lies in a paradox that most people never talk about. Yes, kindness is valuable. Yes, women deeply want to be treated with care, respect, and love. But when kindness is misunderstood, when it becomes over-availability, over-sacrifice, or the loss of independence, it stops being attractive. Think of it like this. Water is essential for life, but too much of it can drown you. In the same way, kindness is essential for love, but when it's poured endlessly without balance, it can suffocate desire. This is why many men feel stuck. They either fall into the trap of overgiving, which kills attraction, or they swing the other way and think they must be cold or distant to hold her interest. Both extremes miss the truth. Teasing the psychology. The reality is this: women don't lose interest because of kindness itself. They lose interest when kindness comes at the cost of strength, self-respect, and polarity. In the chapters that follow, we're going to explore the psychology behind this paradox. We'll uncover how the brain responds to novelty, challenge, and comfort. We'll look at the role of dopamine and uncertainty in attraction. We'll break down the nice guy syndrome and why being too nice can actually feel manipulative instead of genuine. And finally, we'll talk about how to treat women right in a way that builds both respect and lasting desire. So if you've ever asked yourself, why do women seem to lose interest when I give them my best? The answer isn't that women don't want kindness. It's that attraction and kindness play by different rules. Kindness earns respect, but respect alone doesn't create desire. Desire is fueled by polarity, by confidence, by independence, by the ability to love a woman fully without abandoning yourself in the process. This is the paradox of kindness, and once you understand it, you'll never see attraction the same way again. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the science of attraction versus comfort, and why the very things that make you a great partner can sometimes be the same things that quietly kill desire. When it comes to relationships, many people confuse two very different things: attraction and respect. On the surface, they seem connected. We assume that if someone respects us, they'll also desire us. But in reality, these are two separate forces. Respect is logical. It's based on values, stability, and trust. Attraction, on the other hand, is emotional, often irrational, and rooted deep in our biology. And here's the key: you can have respect without attraction. That's why some women will say, "You're such a great guy, but I just don't feel that spark." Attraction versus respect. Think of it this way. Respect is what makes someone admire you as a good man. Attraction is what makes them want you. A man who is dependable, kind, and stable will usually earn respect. But if he becomes too predictable, too safe, or too available, the respect remains while the spark fades. And when the spark fades, interest eventually disappears. This doesn't mean women don't value kindness. They absolutely do. But attraction requires more than kindness. It requires an element of tension, polarity, and mystery that keeps emotions engaged. Comfort and predictability lower desire. Now let's talk about comfort. Comfort is important in a relationship. It makes a woman feel secure and cared for. But here's the paradox. Too much comfort without anything else can actually lower desire. Why? Because desire thrives on unpredictability. When everything is certain, there's nothing to chase, nothing to anticipate. The brain gets bored. Think about a TV show you love. The first few episodes have twists, surprises, and cliffhangers. You can't wait to see what happens next. But if every episode became the same, with no surprises, you'd eventually lose interest, no matter how good the show once was. Relationships work in a similar way. When a man becomes completely predictable, When every text, every compliment, and every action is expected, desire begins to fade. Comfort remains.